The new no joking, it's Hakuryu gameplay. Bear with me, it's just in AI because Wargaming is so smart to implement these new carriers in a way what's literally dog shit, and you have now to wait for a carrier gameplay for an eternity of more than 120 minutes. It's no joke. Here's a screenshot. It's no joke. And yeah, if I will be have wargaming, yeah, I will just have made the legendary CVs like all the other tech tree ships, what they always implement into pre-order and all those bundles and crates, and after 1 month you could have just grind the Hakuryu and the Midway if you wanted, and in that case that will have been, you know, best way. And even with grinding, then you learn with Shokaku to, you know, how a carrier works. Or you should have learned how a carrier works. But no, Wargaming made it a bureau project, and like only 5%, if even 5% of the player base picked up the legendary CVs for 30 millions or for 5,000 doubloons. And now we have like 0 players who literally gonna willingly drive a legendary CV in legendary matches. Yeah, Wargaming, well done. Well done. You have the best idea how to implement new classes. Great done. It's not like tier 8 and legendary tier are undershipped. No. It's perfectly balanced. It's perfectly balanced. So, without further ado, sorry for that little rant. We're gonna watch over Hakuryu here, the stats wise, and look how good it is to compare to Shokaku. Keep in mind, this is a legendary CV, so it should be, yeah, a tier 10. Again, a tier 10 on PC. So it should be good. Hopingly. So we're just watching the stats of Hakuryu and look how good it is compared to Shokaku with the stats wise, and yeah. Yeah. I would have loved if I would have found a mention then. So, yeah. Hello everybody, Nariko here with a new gameplay with the IJN Hakuryu. Bear in mind, it's just AI because Wargaming knows exactly how to implement new chip trees and tech lines and all the stuff that everybody in a short amount of time has those carriers and those ships, you know, because everybody wants it. But we don't rant about that now, because we can't do anything. Wargaming decided to bring them as fucking bureau ships, and we, the community, decided to say fuck it, we don't want them. Yeah. Great community and great wargaming. I don't want just saying wargaming is the fault of how the game evolves and how it is right now. I also want to say it is you, the community, who literally cries about so much, and I mean so much. If that energy, what the community right now wastes to cry about little details sometimes, there are gigantic bugs and stuff. Yeah, we know that. But if that energy the community wastes on all that stuff, well, I waste too, instead of life, you know, because life, holy Jesus, I will be dead. But yeah, we're gonna watch the stats for Hakuryu and compare it to Shokaku, because Hakuryu should be really great, right? Really great, because legendary carrier. It's a legendary carrier. I mean, it's a tier 10, and that tier is just a tier 8, and that is a tier 10! It is so great! And that is a tier 8, right? I mean, Hakuryu and Midway has to be so great, right? So great! Spoiler alert, no, they're not. They're trash. They're not even worth the fucking chewing gum under my boots. They're trash. But yeah, well, let's watch first the stats and compare it to the Shokaku and to her. So the first thing you need in mind is that you don't have extra perks. You don't. So you literally had the same fucking perks and the same attack weapons, yeah, torpedo bombers and HE bombers, like the Shokaku. You don't have rockets. You don't have skip bombers. You don't have HE carpet bomb or anything more. Nothing. You don't have AP rockets. Nothing. You just have the boring 2 mechanics here. Nothing more. Or challenging. Here too. Nothing more. It's literally same attack things like on Shokaku. There's nothing more. Or special. Stat wise, your Hakuryu has 63,100, an armor of 13,260, and a torpedo reduction 25. But your Shokaku, on the other hand, yeah, it's just a tier 8, has 51,400, has 2,215, and also a 25% torpedo reduction. So you just have a little bit more health and tiny little bit more armor. But again, it doesn't need armor. A carrier doesn't need armor. You not want to be spotted. So get me? See? You just have a little bit more health. 12,000 more health in your carrier. That's all. Cool. Great. Again, yeah, sure, your carrier is better, but you don't drive around with your carrier and attack them. You need your planes. And there we come to the planes. Your planes have a sexy 13,100 Nakajima G2 G5. You have 2 attack squadrons, torpedo, keep in mind torpedo bombers. You have 8 planes in size, 7 kilometer in detection range. You have 34 seconds of repair. Your torpedo high damage is 10,000. It's okay, I guess. Your torpedo speed is 50, and your torpedo is 6 kilometer range. Thank you. And your dive bombers are 2,700, 190, 3, 9, 8, 30, 34 seconds, 12,500, and a 55% of fire chance. And now we come to the problem. Those planes, yeah? The only thing you have in advantage is you have 1 plane more, you have 3 attack squadron and 9 on Shokaku, and you are 30 knots faster. same to the dive bombers, because here again it's I don't know how the dive bombers can drive 2 knots faster than the torpedo bombers, because it's literally the same plane, but okay. But even on the damage side, you just have 1,800 damage more. 1,800 on the torpedoes on a legendary carrier. That's literally all. That's exactly the problem here. Yeah, you have a legendary carrier, what is literally just like a premium tier 8 carrier. That's literally all. This carrier here is literally just a premium tier 7 carrier. That's all. I will sell that carrier here as a premium tier 7, and everybody will buy it because it's a little bit better than the Tech Tree. That's all. But yeah, that's the planes. Then we go to artillery. Artillery, you have 12 times 2 100mm. That's the Akizuki guns, and the Akizuki guns are superb AA guns. They were really great AA guns. They were superb AA guns in World War II. If you don't trust me, go to Draki Niffel's video on the collaboration, where he talked about anime Azur Lane stuff with someone from the anime community, and you find the sentence there with the Akizuki guns, superb AA guns, but sadly there was just a little bit more of a dozens. So yeah, the AA, of course the AA is a little bit better because legendary, the AA has to be a little bit better, right? Then we go to AA here. I mean artillery and AA has to be a little bit better. You have 22 times 2 40mm and 12 times 2 100mm. Again, the AA is better than on Shokaku, but that's all. Then we go to maneuverability, 36.1 knots. Shokaku 45. Then you have 1,250 meters turning circle. Your Shokaku is 1130, so about 100 meter worse turning circle, but again your carrier is a big chunky daddy. Rudder shift is 17.1, on Shokaku it's 13.1, so yeah, maneuverability is a little bit worse than Shokaku, but that's to guess on such a big chunky one here. Your concealment is 13 and Shokaku is 11.8. Again, on legendary tier 13, I don't know. 8.7 and 9.2 on air, and 2 guarantee both 2. Yeah. So my kind of thing here, this carrier here is nothing but a premium tier 7 one here. That's literally all. It's a premium tier 7. This and Midway. If you didn't saw it already, watch Zarkut's video on Midway. Or was it Cranky? I think Cranky also did a video about Midway, and he also just says same like me. Those carriers are dog shit. They're dog shit. I mean, they don't deserve the status legendary. I'm sorry. They're just nothing more than a premium tier 7 one. Armor wise here, blah blah blah. Yeah, cool. You have armor. Woohoo, cool. You can bounce. You can bounce Yamato shells on the deck. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, cool. But if a Yamato aims on your deck, you're pretty much facing a Yamato player who literally just knows how to use auto aim. So yeah, your overall, yeah. I'm sorry. This carrier is not. It's a little bit disappointing, Wargaming always tends to either overly react and nerf the shit out of every ship here, and implement them in such an enormous overpoweredness, and just nerf them afterwards. Or Wargaming tends to just implement the ship in a jokey way. And in a jokey way, I mean literally they're useless. What's Graf Zeppelin never gonna get a buff, because it's Graf Zeppelin. It doesn't deserve a buff, right? And the same to this Hakuryu and the Midway. Watch Hakuryu Midway never gonna get a buff, never. And I'm still on the threat, a Japanese carrier with just 2 torpedoes in Legends, where you pretty much have rudder shift cruisers with enormous rudder shift, what on PC not even is possible. It's just a jokey way. But yeah, that's me. Hakuryu Midway, no, don't even try. It's trash. I could say, oh, it's so great, pick it up, yeah, make the bureau. I wanna drive my Hakuryu and Midways. Pick it up, please. I want to play it without 120 minutes of queue time. But no, don't. Just don't. It's not worth your 30 million credits. It's just not worth. Wait until Wargaming buffs those carriers, if they ever buff it, because in current state of warships, you don't even know what they buff, why they buff it, and when they buff it, if they buff something even. You can clearly know that something's gonna get drastically nerfed if even a few people on the official Discord gonna go to feedback and rant the shit out of this ship that is so overpowered and so unfair. Then you know it's gonna get nerfed in the next 1 or 2 updates, but buffing a ship is a no-go. We don't buff ships nowadays. It's no-go. So that's with the Hakuryu. Sorry for a little rant and thing. I'm just tired of Warships, so I'm also just gonna buy the shit out of a campaign, play the Hayate for 2-3 matches, then I'm done, and Wargaming is Warships is again done for the month, and I'm not gonna play the shit for a month again. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time with the Hayate in about Tuesday. Yeah, see you at Hayate on Tuesday. See ya. Nariko. Bye bye.
です。みんな優秀だから当然です。応急処置は完了